Soles of the feet come together to touch and let your knees fall open like a book. Completely up to you what you want to do with your arms. Maybe you bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. And draw your arms down alongside of you and flip your palms up towards the sky. Or if you want, arms can reach overhead for full surrender. And then as your body begins to relax, feel your knees start to gravitate down towards the mat. Getting a little bit more of a stretch. Noticing and feeling your belly rise up to the sky on an inhale. And then as you exhale, feel it sink back inward. And then beginning with the breath work that works for you. So if that's ujjayi breathing, closing down your lips, air comes in and out through your nose. If that's not working for you today, that's okay. Take what you need for your practice. And let's take 3 breaths here together to signal the start of our practice. So wherever you are, exhale all the air out of your body. Let's begin. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Breath out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the air in, belly rises to the sky. Pausing here at the top. As you exhale, breathe all that air back out, belly sinks back in. Last time through, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Sip in a little bit more air here at the top. Exhale to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open up the eyes. If you need, take a little bit of movement here. Maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Press your low back down into the mat. Pull your belly in. And then as you fill up, lift your feet up off the mat. Knees are out east to west. Lift your shoulder blades up off the mat, reaching your arms in between your knees, reaching towards your toes. And we're going to start to pulse here. So keep pulsing. Find your breath. Fill up. Empty. Draw it in. Release it out. Keeping your chin away from your chest. Lift your shoulder blades up. Fill up. Empty it out. Last breath in. And then last breath out. Lift your shoulder blades up off the mat. Hold here. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath in. From here, as you breathe out, reach up, grab the pinky toe side edge of your feet. Slowly release your shoulders down onto the mat. Open up your feet. Stack your ankles over your knees. And then start to draw your thighs down alongside of you. Making sure that your tailbone doesn't start to lift up off the mat. If it does, hands can come to your shins, or if you need, come to the back of your thighs. Pressing your back and your shoulders down, pressing up through the soles of your feet. And then if you want, you can stay right here. If you want to take a little bit of movement, you can start to rock side to side. Give your back a little bit of a massage. Come into happy baby. If you need a little bit more for your hamstrings, peace fingers can wrap around your big toes. You can start to take your legs out wide. Let's take one more breath here together. Fill up. And then empty it out. Slowly coming back to center. Keep the bend into your knees, belly in. From here, shoulder blades lift up off the mat. Draw your triceps to your knees and come into your recline crow. So see how far you can lift up off the mat. See if you can even start to draw your knees towards your armpits. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. Hands come underneath your thighs from here. Start to rock and roll yourself forwards and backwards. So you come up to a seat. From here, soles of the feet come together to touch. Let your knees fall open like a book. Interlacing your hands together. Wrapping them around the pinky toe side edge of your feet. Take it, inhale and open up your heart. And then from here as you exhale, leading with your heart, draw your shoulders back. And then begin to fold over your feet. If you want a little bit extra, your elbows can gently start to press your knees down towards the mat. We're going to keep this a little bit active, so reaching out through the crown of your head as you fold. Breath in, breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Fill up. Empty. Last breath in. Last breath out. On your next inhale, slowly lift your chest, rise back up. And then from here, as you empty out, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep the bend into your knees. Bring the soles of your feet down on the mat. And then from here, start to windshield wiper your feet, your knees side to side. Let's take one more breath here together. Fill up. And then empty it out. Slowly come back to center. And let your knees fall over towards the right side. So left shin is down onto the mat. You're hinging over towards the right side. So your hands can come down onto the mat or your hands can come and clip your hips. This doesn't feel good as we lift up. I want you to just keep windshield wipering your knees. So pressing down into your right shin, hands to hips or hands down onto the mat. I want you to lift and come up onto your right shin. Hold here for a breath. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly sink your hips back down. Switch sides. Drop your knees all the way over towards the left side. Again, hands down onto the mat or onto your hips. And then lift up. Hold here for a breath. Fill up. And then as you empty out, sink down. Take it over to the right side. Let's flow through. Breathe in, lift up. Breath out, down. Take it over to the left. As you inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink down. One more time each side. Take it to the right. Breathe in, lift up. Breath out, sink down. Switch sides to the left. Fill up, lift your hips up. Empty out, sink it down. Take it all the way over towards the right side. Square your chest over your right leg. Bring your hands down onto the mat. Slide that left leg out behind you. Take it long. Top of the left foot comes down onto the mat. Square your hips. Draw your left hip forward, right hip back, and into half pigeon. Take a deep breath in to lengthen. You can stay here. So you breathe out if you want a little bit more. Come down onto your forearms. You can come down onto a block. If you want your swan, arms reach long. Just 3 breaths here. I know it's still early in our practice, so maybe you back off a little bit here. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Draw it in. Release it out. Take one last deep breath in. And deep breath out. So as you fill up, slowly start to lift your chest, rise back up, plant your palms down into the mat. From here, shift your weight back onto your right hip, bend back into your left knee, and we'll switch sides. So sweep it all the way over to the left. Keep the bend in your left knee. Hands come down, frame your left toes. If you need to, you can give yourself a little bit of a lift up off the mat. Right foot steps out behind you. Top of the right foot comes down, and making sure that your toes are pointing back, that they're not starting to spin inward. Inhale into fine length. Right hip forward, left hip back. And then same thing, you can stay here. If you want, move down onto forearms to your block, or take your swan. Arms go long. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw it in. Release it out. Take one last deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you fill up, slowly come back up onto long arms. And then from here, as you empty out, weight sinks onto that left hip. Bend back into your right knee. Slowly come back to center. Cross your legs, hands down to your knees. Inhale, heart opens up, shoulders back. Exhale, Round through your back, chin to chest. Inhale for your cow, open up your throat. And then as you empty out, move into your cat, navel to spine. Last time through, inhale to open up, press the belly forward, lengthen. And then as you empty out, send your shoulder blades out behind you, shoulders to ears. As you fill up, come up to a neutral spine. And then from here, as you empty out, roll over your knees, plant your palms down into the mat. Stack your knees underneath your hips and spread your fingers wide. On your next inhale, same thing here. Move into your cow. Tip your tailbone up towards the sky. This time as you exhale, round into your cat and hold here. Pull your belly in. Press up through your shoulder blades. Feel like you're pressing yourself away from your mat. Little tuck of your tailbone. Keep drawing your belly in. Keep this cat spine and your navel pulled in. And then slowly start to hinge your body forward and hold here. 3 breaths. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Keep this nice and active. Last breath in. Last breath out. Slowly come back to center. On your next inhale, tip your belly down, heart forward. And as you exhale, round through your back, hold here. Keep that cat spine, take a breath in. Really keep yourself engaged as you breathe out. Take a little hinge forward. Hold here. Keep the arms straight if you need to. You can always place a little bend into your elbows. Fill up. Empty it out. Keep pressing yourself away from the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. Slowly come back to center one more time, just like that. So as you inhale, move into your cow. Find a little bit of length in your belly. And then as you exhale, round, zip the belly up and in. Hold here. Breath in. Breath out. Start to hinge your body forward and hold. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breath in. Breath out. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. Slowly move back to center. From here, toes curl under. Press your bum back towards your heels. And then on your next inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. Let your heels start to ground down towards the mat. As you press yourself back, send your shoulders down your back, rooting down into your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, and then any movement here that you need to take, you can start to bend into your knees. If you want, open up to the side of your mat. And let's find one more breath here together. Take a breath in and breathe out. From here, feet come together to touch. On your next inhale, take your right leg up towards the sky. 3-leg down dog. Keep the shoulders square to the mat. If you'd like, bend into the knee, heel to bum, and open and stack that right hip. Breath in, hug that left hip in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Take one last inhale and reach that right knee up a little bit higher. From here, as you breathe out, draw your right knee to the inside of your right elbow. Hold here for 3 breaths. Breath in, let it hover. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. Keep that hover here. On your next inhale, take your knee to your elbow and hold. Breath in. Breath out. If you ever need to modify, left knee can come down. Fill up. Empty it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. Round through your back. Keep holding here. See if you can take it to the outside of your right elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. Awesome job. On your next inhale, take your right leg back up to the sky. Woo. 3-leg down dog. And then as you exhale, draw that right knee to the inside of your right elbow. Hold here for just one breath. Round to the back. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, step your right foot in between your palms. Spin the back foot 90 degrees. On your next inhale, cartwheel up, open up. Settle in. Warrior two. Shoulder blades draw together. Sink and settle into that right knee. Should be pressing through the pinky toe side edge of your right foot. Press through your right foot. Should almost feel like you're trying to rip your mat apart. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Take a breath in. Deep breath out. Fill up. Empty it out. Take one last deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your next inhale, find a little bit of length. And then as you exhale, cartwheel your hands around your right toes. Square your hips off. Inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, right knee, right elbow, hold here for a breath. Round through the back, make some space. Maybe you come up onto your left tiptoes. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly step that right foot forward. Left heel lifts up off the mat. Inhale to rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale it out, relax the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Take a breath in. Breath out, pull your ribcage inward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. As you fill up, palms come to touch overhead. And then as you empty out, hands come through heart center. Frame your right toes. On your next inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, take your right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Hold here for a breath. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, step your right foot forward. Now we're going to create a diagonal here. So spin your right toes 45 degrees. Left toes are going to spin and set yourself up for warrior one. So we're going to be at an angle here, right hip back, left hip forward. And then slowly start to rise up. Finding your center here as you square your hips. Press through the pinky toe side edge of your left foot. Keep that rib cage knitting inward. Breath in. Breath out. Fill up. Empty it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhale your palms to touch. This time as you exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Root down strong into your right foot, moving our way to tree. So on your next inhale, start to shift your weight towards your right foot. And then as you empty out, draw the sole of your left foot to your right inner ankle, to your shin. Draw it all the way up onto your thigh. Lifting up through the crown of your head. And then noticing here if your right hip starts to stick out, hug it towards midline. Hands can stay at heart center, or if you'd like, maybe you grow your tree, reach your arms up high. Breath in, breath out, draw it in, release it out, fill up, empty it out. Last breath in, last breath out. Slowly bring your hands back to heart center. On your next inhale, lift your left knee up. And then as you exhale, step that left foot forward. Heels come in, toes come out. Take an inhale in. And then as you exhale, deep Buddha squat, bend your knees, sink your bum. Pressing your elbows into your knees to help open and draw your chest forward. Pull up through your pelvic floor. Breath in, breath out. Draw it in. Release it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. Root down strong into your heels. On your next inhale, straighten your legs. Reach all the way up to the sky. And then as you exhale, hands come through heart center. Bend back into your knees. Sink all the way down. Take a breath in. Breath out. Stay low. On your next inhale, see if you can reach your arms up towards the sky. Still pull up through your pelvic floor. Take a breath in. Breath out. Draw it in. Release release it out. Take one last deep breath in. From here, as you breathe out, still sinking low, take your right hand down onto the mat. Spin your fingertips towards the back of your mat. On your next inhale, spin your toes towards the front of your mat, and then lift your hips up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breath in. Breath out. Last inhale and keep lifting your hips up. From here, as you exhale, bend back into your knees. Start to draw your bum back down towards your heels. Spin your toes out 45. Lift and come back up to your deep Buddha squat. One more breath here together. Take it, inhale in. And then as you exhale, hands down to the mat. As you fill up, lift your hips up to the sky. Spin your toes out in front of you. Feet are hip width distance apart. And then as you exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Flat back, palms to shins, spine is long. We'll move through this a few times. As you empty out, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold forward. One more time, just like that. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. So option from here, hands come and clip your hips. If you want a little bit more, maybe you reach your arms out east to west. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift. Pull your belly in. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Breathe and lift up halfway. Breath out, fold forward one more time. Inhale to your halfway lift. Draw shoulder blades together. Breath out, fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, lengthen, sweep up to the sky. Palms come to touch, find length. And then as you empty out, lead with your heart. Draw your shoulders back. Fold it forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And then as you exhale, take it down, Chaturanga Dandasana. As you fill up, find your up dog cobra. And then as you empty out, belly in, hips lift up and back. Downward facing dog. One breath here together. Take an inhale in. Exhale it out. Feet draw together to touch. On your next inhale, the left leg reaches up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, same option here. You can open and stack, making sure that your shoulders are still squaring off. You're hugging your right hip in. Your right kneecap is still pointing towards the front of your mat. Breath in. Breath out. Draw it in. Release it out. Last inhale in. Maybe that left knee reaches up a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, take that left knee to the inside of your left elbow. Let it hover, hold here. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, round through the back. Exhale it out, hinging forward. Take a breath in. Breath out. Draw your knee to your elbow. Hold here. Fill up. Empty. Breath in. Breath out. Last inhale in. Exhale. Take the knee to the outside of your left elbow and hold. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath here. Last breath out. You did it. On your next inhale, take that left leg back up to the sky. Woo. And then as you exhale, knee to the inside of your left elbow just for a breath. Take a breath in. Make some space. And then as you breathe out, left foot steps in between the palms. Back foot spins 90 degrees. And then as you fill up, cartwheel up. Open up. Settle in. Move into your Veerabhadrasana 2. Gaze is over your left middle finger. Take a breath in. Breath out. If you want from here, if you need, you can interlace your fingers together. Draw your shoulders open. Fill up. Empty it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. As you fill up, reach long. And then as you empty out, cartwheel the hands around your left toes. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, knee to elbow, hold for a breath. Take an inhale in. And then as you exhale, left foot steps forward, right heel lifts. Breathe and rise. Come into your Anjaneyasana. Square the hips. If you need to, that right knee can bend a little bit more to square your hips off. If you're feeling wobbly, left foot, heel toes over towards the left side of your mat. Start to widen your stance. And then find your balance, find your center. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep that right leg strong and active. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. As you fill up, palms come to touch. And then as you empty out, hands through heart center, frame your left toes. Breath in, left leg reaches up and back. And then as you breathe out, left knee to the outside of your left elbow, hold here. Take it, inhale in. And then as you exhale, step your left foot forward. So left hand is to the outside of your left foot. From here, spin your left toes 45. Right toes are going to spin. So you're setting your warrior one up at a diagonal. On your next inhale, lift and rise up. Come into your warrior one. Left hip back. Right hip presses forward. Take a breath in. Breath out. Draw it in. Release it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. On your next inhale, palms come to touch. And then as you exhale, hands draw to heart center. Left foot roots down, come into your tree. So as you fill up, start to shift your weight forward. And then as you empty out, sole of that right foot comes to your inner ankle, your shin, up onto your thigh. Again, finding what's best here on this side for your practice today. Noticing if that left hip is sticking out, draw it in. Press the sole of your right foot to your inner thigh, and then press your thigh into your foot. Breath in. Breath out. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, stack your shoulders over your hips. And then if it feels good, maybe you grow your tree. Maybe your arms reach up towards the sky. Breath in. Breath out. Root the left big toe down into the mat. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. So on your next inhale, the right knee reaches up towards the sky. And then slowly as you exhale, step that right foot wide, heels come in, toes come out. Breath in, reach up. Breath out, hands through heart center, sink all the way down. Deep Buddha squat. Heart opens up, shoulders draw back. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. Root down into your heels. On your next inhale, straighten your legs. Reach your arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, hands through heart center, sink all the way back down. Take a breath in. Breath out. Now let's see if you can float your hands again. Keep pulling up through your pelvic floor. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last inhale in. As you exhale, split the palms. So left hand comes out behind you. Spin your fingertips towards the back of your mat. Root down into your left palm. And then on your next inhale, press your hips up towards the sky. Spin your toes to the front of your mat. Draw your heart open. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. Take one last breath in. Breath out. From here, keep the bend into your knees. Start to sink your bum back towards your heels. Pull your belly in. your chest, come back to center. Take one more breath here. And then as you breathe out, hands come down onto the mat. As you fill up, lift your hips up to the sky. Spin your toes out in front of you. Empty it out, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold. Inhale, draw your belly up and in. Empty out, belly to thighs. One more time like that. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can clip your hips or come out to a T. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift. Draw your heart forward. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold one more time. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold forward. If you'd like, feet can come together to touch. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Sweep up to the sky, grow tall. Breath out, swan, dive it down, shoulders back, soft bend into your knees and fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, down, chaturanga. As you fill up, find your up dog cobra. And then as you empty out, hips lift up and back. Downward facing dog. One breath here together, draw it in. Release it out, flow through, feet come together to touch. Inhale, the right leg reaches up. And then as you exhale, knee to the inside of your right elbow. Take a breath in. Breath out, take your knee to your elbow, fill up. Empty, take it to the outside, breath in. Breath out. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to the inside of your elbow for a breath. Take it, inhale in. And then as you exhale, right foot steps through, left foot spins. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale it out. Fill up, find length. Empty out, hands cartwheel down. Breathe in the right leg back up to the sky. 3-leg down dog. Breath out, knee to elbow. Hold here. Take it, inhale in. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Breathe in, rise up, crescent lunge. Breath out. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. On your next inhale, the right leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, right knee to the outside of your right elbow. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, right foot steps forward. Again, we're lining up on a diagonal. Spin the toes. Left toes spin as well. And then slowly rise up for your warrior one. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right foot roots down. Let's move into tree. Fill up, shift the weight forward. And then as you empty out, step up for your tree. Take a breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, lift your left knee up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, step your left foot wide. Heels in, toes out. Breathe in, arms reach up. Breath out, hands through heart center, sink low. Take a breath in. Breath out, root down into your heels. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach it up. Exhale, sink back all the way down. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, split the palms. Right hand down onto the mat. Fill up, lift your hips up. And then as you empty out, sink your bum back towards your heels. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands down to the mat. As you fill up, lift your hips up. As you empty out, fold forward. Breath in, halfway lift. And then as you breathe out, fold. Heel toe your feet together to touch sun A. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Fill up, lengthen, reach up, grow tall. And then as you release it out, swan dive down. Fold forward. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale down, chaturanga. Breath in, draws you open, shoulders away from your ears. Breath out, the hips lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Feet together, breath in, the left leg reaches up. Breath out, knee to the inside of your elbow. On your next inhale, take your knee to your elbow. Exhale. Breath in, left knee to the outside of your left elbow. Breath out. Inhale your left leg back up to the sky. As you exhale, knee to the inside of your elbow. Hold here for a breath. Take a breath in. Make some space as you breathe out. Left foot forward, right toe spin. Inhale, cartwheel up. Exhale, warrior two. Fill up to find length. And then as you empty out, cartwheel your hands down. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, knee to elbow, hold here. Take it, inhale in. And then as you exhale, left foot forward. Breathe and rise up, Anjaneyasana. Breath out. Inhale your palms to touch. Exhale, hands through heart center, frame your left toes. Inhale your left leg back up to the sky. And then as you exhale, knee to the outside of your left elbow for a breath. Fill up. And then as you empty out, left foot steps forward. Square yourself off. Warrior one at a diagonal. Breathe in, rise up. Breath out. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center, left foot roots. Fill up, hinge your body forward. And then as you empty out, step up for your tree. Take a breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, right knee up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, step wide. Breathe in, reach up. Breath out, bend and sink deep, Buddha squat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, heels root down. Breathe in, stand up, reach back up to the sky. And as you breathe out, sink all the way back down. On your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Stay low. Exhale, left hand comes down onto the mat. As you fill up, lift your hips up. Press your hips up towards the sky. And then as you empty out, sink your bum back towards your heels. Hands to heart center, take it, inhale in. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Fill up, lift your hips up. Empty out, fold forward, heel toe your feet together, Sane. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breath out, fold. Inhale, lengthen, sweep up, grow tall. Breath out, swan, dive it down, light as a feather. Float forward. Breathe into your halfway lift. And then as you breathe out, chaturanga. As you fill up dog cobra. As you empty out, belly and hips lift up and back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Draw it in. Release it out. Take one last inhale in. And then as you exhale, release your knees down onto the mat. Big toes come together to touch. Settle your bum back onto your heels. Relax your forehead down. Arms can stay reaching out in front of you. Or if you'd like, draw your arms alongside of you and flip your palms up towards the sky. Slowing your breath down. Taking your time, and when you're ready, slowly meet me back in downward facing dog. Let's find 3 breaths here together. Breath in, breath out. Draw it in. Release it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. From here, slowly start to walk your hands back towards your toes. Bend into your knees, sink your bum. And then let's lift and come into crow. So if crow is something that you don't want to practice or it's not within your practice to go onward, you can come into your deep Buddha squat if you'd like. Heels in, toes out, palms together. Lift up and hold here and just open up your hips. If you want to work into your crow, toes are spun forward. Lift your hips up towards the sky, drawing your knees into your armpits. Plant your palms down into the mat. So set your arms up like chaturanga. So your elbows are going to stack over your wrists. You want to think of that cat spine. So that rounding into your back, belly in. We're going to take that hinge forward. Dome through your back. Press yourself away from their mat. And then from here, draw a heel to your bum. So maybe you just hold this for a few moments, really pull it up and in. Feel your core engaged, feel yourself press away from your mat. And then you can release that right foot down and then switch sides. Left heel draws up, belly in, keep hinging forward, keep your gaze out in front of you. Keep everything nice and active, and then when you're ready, release it down. So keep doing that side to side. If you want to come into your crow, you want to fly it. Knees into triceps. Keep hinging your body forward. One foot comes up. See if you can bring the other big toe up to meet it. And we're still doing that same thing here where we're pulling our heels towards our bum. We're rounding through our back. Belly is up and in. And let's take a breath here together wherever you are. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly bring the feet back down onto the mat. Lift your chest. Take a breath in. Breath out. We're going to come back to it. Palms down into the mat. Lift your hips up. Hinge your body forward. If you're on the right side, go to the left. Breath in to lift up. And then as you breathe out, release it down. Heart lifts forward, shoulders back. Breath in. Breath out. So we're going to stay low here. Heels come in, toes come out. Bring the tops of your hands together. Point your fingers down towards the mat. Take your knees on the inside. Take your elbows on the inside of your knees. Draw your heart forward and press the tops of your hands together. 3 breaths, just like this. Inhale. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. Slowly bring your hands back down onto the mat. And then as you fill up, lift your hips up to the sky. Spin your toes out in front of you. Feet are hip width distance apart or wider. And then come into gorilla from here. So tops of the hands come down onto the mat, palms flip up towards the sky. Take your whole hand underneath your feet. If you need to, bend into your knees. On your next inhale, lengthen in your spine. And then as you breathe out, draw your belly down towards your thighs. Your elbows can go out east to west. Let gravity start to pull your head down. See how close that you can get your head down towards your mat. If you want, you can wiggle your toes here and give your hands a little bit of a massage. Keep drawing some weight towards your toes. Not all of it is back into your heels. Let's take one more breath here together. Fill up. And then empty it out. Slowly release your hands back down onto the mat. From here, Take your hands to your low back. Interlace your fingers together. On your next inhale, find your halfway lift. And then as you exhale again, we're going to fold forward, bend into your knees. Drop your head down towards the mat. And then let your arms start to fall overhead. Now, if you'd like a little bit more sensation in your shoulders, draw the heels of your palms together to touch. I like to keep a little bit of a bend into my elbows, and then think about really drawing your shoulder blades together. One more breath just like this. Fill up, empty it out. So we're going to keep the bend in our right knee. Start to straighten into your left leg. Dip your left shoulder down towards the mat. Draw open your right shoulder towards the sky. Just for a breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Bend back into your left knee. Right leg starts to straighten. Drop your right shoulder down towards the mat. Open up your left side. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe up and back into your knees, fold forward. Slowly release your hands down to your low back. Bring your hands back down onto the mat. Walk your hands out in front of you. Move back to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, feet together. Inhale your right leg back up to the sky. And then as you exhale, draw your right knee to your right elbow. And then let's work our way back to our half pigeon. So right shin comes to the front of your mat. Left toes start to wiggle out behind you. Top of the left foot comes down. Right hip squares back. Left hip squares forward. Take a breath in to open up. And then as you breathe out, same thing. Stay on long arms. Forearms to block or move into your swan. And 3 more breaths here. Fill up. Empty it out. Breath in. Breath out. Last inhale in. Exhale it out. As you fill up, slowly lift your chest, rise up. Hands come down onto the mat. Palms plant down. Left toes go underneath you. Get that left leg nice and active. On your next inhale, the right leg reaches up to the sky. And then as you exhale, right foot comes down onto the mat. Switching sides, so inhale, the left leg reaches up. And then as you exhale, left knee, left elbow. And then take your shin down onto the mat. Right toes wiggle out behind you. Top of the right foot comes down. Right hip forward, left hip back. Breath in. And then as you breathe out, you can start to fold forward. Maybe you need to unclench your jaw. Let your face begin to relax. Three more breaths here. Fill up. Empty it out. Draw it in. Release it out. Last breath in. Last breath out. And then as you fill up, come back up onto long arms. From here, right toes curl under, right leg gets nice and active. Breathe in, the left leg reaches up towards the sky. And then as you breathe out, the left foot comes down onto the mat. Rooting down into your hands. On your next inhale, rise up on your tiptoes. Stay on your tiptoes. As you breathe out, as you start to tiptoe your feet towards the front of your mat, you're still lifting your hips up. You're starting to shift the weight towards your hands, like you're coming into a pike. And we're going to hold here. So your belly's in, your hips are lifting up. You're pressing yourself away from your mat. Breath in. And then as you breathe out, release your heels down onto the mat. Bend into your knees. Sink your bum. Bring it down onto the mat. From here, take your legs out wide. And making sure that you spin your inner thighs up towards the sky, that your toes don't start to drop down towards the mat. Hands down onto the mat. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, start to walk yourself forward and fold. Again, making sure that your toes stay pointed up towards the sky. Let's take one more breath here together. Fill up. Empty it out. And then slowly start to walk your hands back towards you. Lift your chest. So on your next inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Reach up as high as you can. And then as you exhale, start to hinge your body forward. You're going to get yourself as parallel to the ground as you can. Reach your arms out in front of you. Hold here for a breath. Take a breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, lift your arms back up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, come again. Hover here for a breath. Fill up. Empty it out. One more time like that. Inhale, lift up, reach up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, hinge forward, hold here, fill up. And then this time as you empty out, release your hands down onto the mat. Fold forward here again. Take one more breath here, sip it in. Release it out. And then as you fill up slowly, walk your hands back towards you. From here, bend into your knees. Soles of the feet come down onto the mat. Hands can come underneath your thighs. You can reach your arms out in front of you. If you want even more, your legs can go long. It's completely up to you. Belly's in, a little rounding into your back. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly start to roll yourself down onto the mat. If your legs are long, keep digging your heels in. Don't let them lift up off the mat. And then when you get down onto your mat, if you'd like, full body stretch. Arms reach overhead. Toes go long. Take a breath in. Breathe out. So options for you, you can keep your arms overhead. Your arms can come alongside of you. You take your arms out to a T. So whatever feels good here. Take a bend into your knees. Bring the soles of your feet out to the sides of your mat. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, let your knees fall over to the right side. Inhale back up through center. Exhale over to the left. One more time each side. Breath in to center. Breath out right. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Breathe in, come back to center. And then as you breathe out, let them fall over to the right side and hold here. So you can stay here exactly as you are. If you want a little bit more, right ankle onto your left thigh. Let your right foot gently guide that left knee down. If you still need more sensation from here, heel toe that left foot over and get your left knee in alignment with your left hip. And then from here, sometimes I like to take Reach up and grab opposite elbows to find a little bit of length in the sides of my body. But whatever feels good for your practice. One more breath just like this. Take a breath in. Breathe out. So that right ankle gently releases. Bring your right foot back down. Inhale your knees back up to the sky. And then as you exhale, let them fall over to the left. Same thing, they can stay as they are. If you want, that left ankle can come onto your right thigh and gently guide it down. And then if you need more sensation, right knee in alignment with your right hip. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale it out. Left ankle releases. Bring that left foot back down. Keep the bend into your knees. Bring them back up to the sky. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, legs go long. Arms release down alongside of your body. Eyes close down. Palms flip up towards the sky. Thumbs draw down towards your mat. Slowly invite movement into your body. Begin to wiggle fingers and wiggle toes. If you'd like, go ahead for a full body stretch here. Arms overhead, toes go long. Finding length. And then when you're ready, you bring your knees into your chest. Sealing off our practice, so rolling on to the right side. If you want to keep that peace and calm, rolling on to the left to keep your physical active side open. And then with little energy as possible, make your way up to a cross-legged seat. When you get there, draw hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and inhale up. And exhale, peace. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye, your eye of intuition. On your next inhale, open your heart up towards the sky. Take a little bit of a back bend here. And then as you exhale, bow forward. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you everyone for practicing with me today.